7 left. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 7.
Hey, Steeler. One shot.
Now Cousins. They'll get this into the hands of Hodge. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
At the 38-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Robinson up the middle. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now they'll audible to something else.
2nd and 8.
To throw is Cousins. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
That's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. To throw, Cousins. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
319.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Throwing now is Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Gainwell. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Now runs straight ahead with Warren. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
319.
Now it's Rodgers. Over over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's first and 10.
Green 18.
They run behind center with Gainwell. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7.
58.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
A loss of 12.
James Pierce able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Blue 58. Gun.
Snap comes at 1. Setting up the screen with Gainwell. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Here's 2nd and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Hey, we're good. Where's the hot?
Cousins. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Falcons.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. Cousins to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
9 yards. And the Falcons. First down.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 2nd down and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Throwing, Cousins. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Hey, 382, last 50. Hey, yo. Hey, bring up 48.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing is Cousins. And a dump off here to Robinson. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. And they couldn't get anything going there out of the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
2nd and 10. Now Cousins. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Here's Cousins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And it's no good. Gonzalez pulled it. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Man, that is deflating going into the break. You're in a position with a chance to tie the game, but this kick is off the mark, and they're going to remain 3 points down heading into the break.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now Rodgers. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Clark Phillips has got it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up.
Steelers 3. Set to kick off.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
58.
In motion goes the tight end. A handoff for Warren. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level. Make sure that...
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. That's Zach Harrison who forced his way in to drop him. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
58.
Throwing is Rodgers. That is caught. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Warren will try to right side. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Brought down by Zach Harrison. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. DK Metcalf, 32 yards. And the Steelers have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter.
Take a risk or take a trip, you know I'm tripping for my dog. With a couple sergeants and lieutenants for the get back. This revolution been televised, I fell through with the knickknacks. Hey, young, get your chili up. Yeah, I admit that. Hey, black out if they act out. Yeah, I did that.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
That's the score. Steelers 10, Falcons 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
It's
63 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I can say this from experience, especially from a defensive back's perspective. There's not many things more terrifying than a toss sweep or a pitch play and all that beef out in front of the runner.
Yeah, I had an old coach say 3 words on those plays, toss or pitch. Set the edge. Heard him over and over.
A lot of times they roll the edge, and when they do that, that's why you can go for a long way.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. He couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
First down, Falcons.
Toss play to Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Play fake. Cousins. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, 26 yards. And the Falcons answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10.
Steelers 10. St. Gonzalez.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Drops this one down to Gainwell. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Now Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down, and he was able to get it by play. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Here we go. This is 4th down. Now Rodgers got to have this one. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Hand off now to Robinson. And room there to work it inside the 25.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Here's Cousins. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack and to stop him short of the 1st. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Cousins to throw. Now this will be caught by Mooney. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down. And it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Robinson gets the toss on the right side. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. So a toss play there does the trick as he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy who has the speed who can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for.
And the Steelers get it. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Well, you figure with a veteran kicker out there, these extra points almost automatic, but this one turns into 2 points the other way.
And we both know it's hard to put it on him. I think there's a breakdown in the protection, but guess what? It does go against his record.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Back to throw, Rodgers. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
This offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. That went down the field for Freiermuth. This is caught inside the 15. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
That's another Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Sending love from my bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to brag. I'm just telling that I'm leaving with a bag. High five to the scarred and the strange.
Here's 1st and 10.
19. Screen again.
Rodgers to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Falcons are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.